In a small village in India, there lived a thin, white cat named Chintu. Chintu had no family and no home. He wandered the streets, searching for food, and slept under a broken cart. The villagers were kind but poor, and they could only spare a little food. Every night, Chintu sat under a big banyan tree, staring at the sky, wondering if life would always be this hard. One day, Chintu heard some travelers talking about a faraway place called America. They said it was a land full of chances, where even the smallest could dream big. Chintu's heart filled with hope. Maybe there is a better life waiting for me there, he thought. With a deep breath, he made up his mind. He would go to America. Chintu's journey began with fear and hunger. He sneaked onto a train, hiding in dark corners, shivering from cold. At every stop, he darted from shadow to shadow, avoiding people and searching for scraps of food. Nights were long and lonely. Sometimes, he cried softly to himself, wondering if he had made a mistake. After many days, Chintu reached a big port city. There, he saw a massive ship with New York painted on its side. His heart raced. He quietly slipped into a dark container and curled up in a corner. The ship's journey across the ocean was the hardest time of his life. Days felt like years in the cold darkness. He had no food and barely any water. Every night, he whispered into the darkness, "Why am I doing this? Will I ever find happiness?" At last, the ship reached New York City. When Chintu stepped out, his eyes widened. The city was bright and loud, filled with tall buildings and rushing people. But no one noticed the small, tired cat. He roamed the streets, cold and hungry, searching for a friendly face. But everyone was too busy. One night, weak and shivering, Chintu collapsed under a bench in a place called Central Park. Tears rolled down his face. "I came so far, but I am still alone," he whispered. As he lay there, he saw a soft light glowing nearby. Gathering his last bit of strength, he followed it. The light led him to a small temple. Inside, a beautiful statue of Lord Krishna stood, smiling gently. The warm glow of the lamps and the soft chants made Chintu feel calm. He curled up in a corner, feeling a strange peace for the first time. From that night on, Chintu returned to the temple every day. He would sit quietly, looking into Krishna's kind eyes, and slowly his pain began to fade. The temple priest noticed Chintu and started leaving food for him. Day by day, Chintu grew stronger. But more than food, he found comfort in Krishna's presence. Whenever he felt lonely, he sat near Krishna and whispered his fears. Somehow, he felt Krishna listened. One evening, as the priest sang a soft bhajan, Chintu closed his eyes and felt a warmth fill his heart. Tears streamed down his face, but they were not of sadness. "Thank you, Krishna," he whispered softly. Life was still not easy, but Chintu was no longer alone. In the vast, cold city of New York, he had found not just a new life, but a friend who never left his side. Krishna had become his light in the darkness, his comfort in loneliness, and his guide toward a peaceful heart. Moral of the story. This story reflects the teaching from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, Shloka 66, meaning, abandon all varieties of duties and simply surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Chintu's journey teaches us that no matter how dark life may seem, surrendering to faith and trusting in divine grace can guide us through the toughest times, providing solace and strength. Just as Chintu found peace in Lord Krishna's presence, we too can find light and comfort when we surrender our worries and place our trust in the divine.
Is this story touch your heart? If it is, please like, share, and subscribe to keep these beautiful Bhagavad Gita stories alive. Every story holds a lesson, every lesson lights a path. Tap the bell icon and join us on this journey of wisdom and love. Thank you.